Put the knife down.
Only on News 4, an area activist well known for his demonstrations against police, today getting a chance to partner with them.
And his reaction to what he experienced might have a lasting impression. Julian Johnson live at the Bommarito Street Fleet at the St. Ann Police Department to explain exactly how this played out.
And Steve, a few weeks ago, we did a story telling you about how the St. Ann Police Department purchased a simulator here and invited the public to come out and try it. Well, today, local activist Pastor Derrick Robinson got a chance to do that and see what it's like to be an officer out on patrol. And just like that, the suspect is dead. Behind the gun, St. Ann officer Derrick Robinson. But in this case, the suspect had no weapon.
He was actually barehanded.
But you still shot him.
But I still shot him because he did not respond.
Luckily for this pretend officer, the scenario is fake. But it's the first of several demos. This area activist will have to decide whether or not to use force. But let's backtrack. Following the death of 18-year-old Mike Brown and subsequent non-indictment of the officer who shot him, Darren Wilson, both violent and non-violent protests spawned throughout the St. Louis area. And many times, Pastor Robinson was at the helm, whether it was staging mall takeovers or protesting to the point of arrest.
Put it down!
After a quick rundown of how his gun, taser, and vest all work, Robinson gets going. And right away, he's forced to shoot a man who rushes him with a knife.
I tried to approach the situation very calm, and he immediately pulled it. He got defensive and pulled his knife out, and I had to respond. Either respond or be killed.
That shooting was justified, but in others, things weren't so easy. In one case, he shoots an unarmed man who surprises him. And lastly, he uses his gun instead of taser on a man running at him with what Robinson believed to be a knife.
He ran out and with the gun and just immediately stabbed me.
He stabbed you or he punched you?
That was a knife, wasn't it?
I think he just punched you.
Oh.
In the end, out of 9 scenarios, Robinson only used his taser once, and in at least 3 cases, he shot unarmed subjects.
It was an amazing experience. It was I would even say a life-changing experience.
His main takeaway, he says, is conversation and compliance, both of which he feels can lead to better interactions between police and the community.
When you see a police, just cooperate with them. You know, if they ask you a question, talk back to them. Doesn't mean you know, in some of our community we say, you know, you're a sellout. No, it's just communicating.
Now, just because he had this experience today, Robinson says it does not mean that he will stop protesting. He says he will continue to speak out against the bad officers. And Chief Aaron Jimenez here says there is an open invitation to anyone and everyone who wants to come out and try the simulator. Tonight, we're live in St. Ann. Julian Johnson, News 4.